Matthew 12, in the 13th verse, you know, there was a story of a man who had a withered hand, right? And Jesus said to the man, stretch out your hand. And he stretched it out, and it was restored, it says in the New American Standard, to normal. Now, like the other, right? So one hand was good, one hand was withered. And Christ spoke to him, and that the bad hand was made like the other one. Now, the King James says sound, I think, or right? Well, it's made normal. This was really interesting because we were talking about the fact that normal comes from the Latin word that literally means a carpenter's square. All right? And what's happened is we've had, and I've talked about this a number of times, our language is being robbed by the devil. He doesn't want us to be able to communicate. We use the word normal and common interchangeably. And what is common today in Christianity is not normal by God's standard. And that's why it's important to understand that, you know, the root of this word that comes from a carpenter's square. Because carpenters or builders have been using instruments like this, and as a matter of fact, God talks about instruments like this. In Amos chapter 7, he talks about a plumb line. Now, a plumb line, you want to know something? If I hold up a plumb line, and Bruce holds up a plumb line, and Mark holds up a plumb line, and you hold up, they're going to work exactly the same. Mine's not going to lean out this way, and yours leans out that way. This is, you know, an absolute.
Accurate.
And it doesn't matter. If a carpenter used a carpenter square today, it doesn't matter. It'd be the same result as somebody using one 2,000 years ago.
That's right.
It doesn't matter whether I'm using it here in the United States, or I'm using it in Africa, or China, or Russia. The results will always be the same because it is a standard of measure. Now, the Word of God is what is supposed to be normal. Jesus Christ led the normal Christian life.
Yes.
What we are seeing today is a common Christian life.
Yes.
And it very poorly resembles the normal life of Jesus Christ. Christ wants to make us sound. He wants to make us whole. He wants us to be living in imitation of Him. That's what it says in Ephesians 5:1, that we are supposed to be imitating God. So, but that goes back to the issue of choosing to live our lives according to the Word of God, not according to what is commonly practiced in the church. Think about this when you use the words. We typically use the word normal to express what is common. And there's a difference. There should be. Let me say that. There should be. And the unfortunate part is that we're calling what is common normal. It is not, because Jesus Christ and the Word of God, Jesus Christ, who is the Word of God, is the standard, the carpenter square, the plumb line by which everything is measured.
Like you said, the Sermon on the Mount is what normal Christianity.
Normal Christianity. Want to see normal Christianity? Go read the Sermon on the Mount.
Change my heart.